I've set up the sheet to have a couple numbers or amounts in the first column, and I want to loop through these amounts using the for each loop method and make a decision based on the value here and put the result in column B. So to do that, there's first thing, I need a placeholder, a place that I'll place each value as the loop is going. So as the selection is made to the next thing, I have to have a name that I call it. And the name I'm going to call it is I cell. I cell. It could be X, Y, or Z. Or I. Let's make it I. First, what we have to do is we have to use the keyword called dim, which means dimension. Make a place on the computer, reserve a place for me, and name it I. And then it needs to know which type of data that I will accept. So I'm saying dim I as range. So the range comes in. So now, whenever I say I, the computer knows it's a particular cell or group of cells I've grouped in a range. Once I have that placeholder, I can use the for loop. So it's a for each I in a certain range. So from each I within A2 to A6, then I'm going to loop through, and when I finish looping through, I'll say next I. Meaning, the first time this loop is run, I will be A2, then it will run all the code in between, then I will become A3, then to run the code again, then I will become A4 all the way to A6. So I'm saying for each of the I's that are found here, each of the individual cells, that cell, which is now I, dot offset to whichever one it is, don't move any row, but move one column to the right, and the value of that column to the right should be maybe the I, the value it is right now, times 2. So let me open the window up a little bit. So here we have it. So here it is. So each one it loops through. Each time it's going to select all this and make the first one I, then run the code. So this offset will become 100 times 2. And then it will move to the next one and the next one and do the same thing over and over again. So let's see how it goes. My loop, and here we have it. So each one, it selected and made itself I, found the offset and put the value, the I's value times 2. So remember, the first time I became range A2 dot offset, range A2 dot value. So it keeps on changing till the I's are finished or the range is exhausted, and then it exits out of the loop and does any other code that you have in your sub. It's also possible to add an if statement within a for loop. So we can say, let's say we want to make a decision based on if a number was below 300 and above 300 or 299. So we'll probably put this in an if statement. So if I dot value is less than 299, then double the number. So this code will be then prevalent, and then our end if will come here. So every loop, it will check the range where it is now, and if the value is below 299, it will multiply by 2. Let's put an else here. Else, it should multiply the value by 3. So let's see what happens. And obviously we can put more rows of activities to be done here if we had wanted to. So let's see what happens. So run. You see values which are below 299 were doubled, and values above 299, which is the else. Else is the opposite of the if statement. Those values were tripled. So this is a fast way to create a space on the computer that will store multiple values as the program runs, and based on the value of that item, it makes a decision